make you understand the mandate and objective of the scheme, how to write the proposal when are applying for the fellowship scheme, and what are the existing and emerging challenges, societal challenges, with speakers will be discussing in their domain area as well. So you will come to know what kind of challenges can be addressed through the SNT intervention. Transfer of technology is required nowadays. We are hearing more about startups, entrepreneurships, self-employment. So this is the scheme which can provide you a platform to just start and begin with in this journey, along with the academic journey if you wish to join some academic institutions as well. And this workshop will help you to know more career opportunities up after the project implementation also. So this is the content of my presentation today. You will come to know about the Vice Kiran scheme, the Vice Scope program, various societal challenges, overall overview of these societal challenges, financial support to be given for the project, what is the selection process, difference between other postdoctoral schemes and the Vice Scope, and where and how to apply, and small recap. So let's begin with the first Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi, Women in Science and Technology, Science and Engineering, Kiran scheme. In 2014, Department of Science and Technology started program Kiran, which aims to encourage and empower women scientists and technologists. It addresses various issues like re-entry of the women scientists into the career, unemployment, also work on developing ecosystem with policy level intervention. It aims to provide opportunities in research, technology development, demonstration, self-employment, training, and overseas learning, etc. Now, Vice Scope Fellowship Program is the program under the Vice Kiran scheme. The Vice Scope Fellowship Program has been developed after reviewing. You must be knowing about the WASB scheme of the Vice Kiran division, and that has been redesigned in form of Vice Scope now. So after reviewing, it has been found that few changes are required in the scheme with the experience. So now Vice Scope is here, and it aims to provide opportunity to women scientists and technologists who have completed their PhD and want to utilize their SNT knowledge for the benefit of the society. They must have the PhD degree or equivalent degree, MD, MS, and MDS, and they should not be in the regular position, and they may be working in some other temporary assignment in as a research associate, as a project associate, as a maybe some other postdoctoral schemes. So they are eligible to apply, and they should consider the project which has the applied part, and the science and technology lab work should be translated to the land work with the field, some kind of field work under this scheme. These are the theme areas which have been identified to support under the scheme. As you see the symbol, these are symbolizing energy, water management, food technology, health area, nutrition, climate change, sustainable development, engineering and technology, and waste management. So the project proposal of Vice Scope should aim to develop the viable technology or technique with the possibility of lab to land transfer, scaling up, or adaptation by the society. Here I have listed few of the social problems which can be addressed through the SNT. These all comes under these theme areas which have been identified under Vice Scope, like climate change and environmental sustainability, development of, under this you can see the development and renewable energy technologies. With solar, you can work on wind energy, you can work on tide energy, geothermal, or any other relevant with your expert or your domain area. Healthcare and disease management, it includes predictive modeling to anticipate and mitigate future health crises, new antibiotics, telemedicine, mobile health apps, maternal health, neonatal health, autism, lifestyle related diseases, communicable, non-communicable diseases. So these are identified as some of these social problems which can be resolved through SNT, but there may be many more. I have just listed few. You will have to find out what is relevant for you. You have to see your expertise or interdisciplinary approach, or wherever you want to work, what is the challenges at that level or at that community. So food security, energy security, access to clean water and sanitation, waste management, like you can develop the technologies for waste segregation, recycling, conversion to energy, developing biodegradable materials, etc. Drudgery reduction in rural areas, so you can work on those areas also. Livelihood generation and enhancement, technologies for livelihood enhancement and generation for rural population or underprivileged urban population, air pollution, assistive technologies for elderly population or other underprivileged section of the society, agricultural productivity and sustainability. There are many more areas which comes under those thematic areas which have been identified under the scheme you can work on. You see what is your experience and you can align your expertise in such of the some of the identified theme areas. Now, this is the financial support which we provide under the scheme for the project. It has been categorized in few subheads. Fellowship, its basic fellowship amount is 67,000 per month plus HRA, and research grant it is 2 lakh per year, total 6 lakh for 3 years. It includes consumables, travel, and contingency, etc. Vice scope scheme is the only scheme which has the provision of giving some amount of support for field demonstration because it requires as per the mandate of the scheme. So it has the 1 lakh for total tenure of the project. Equipment support is around 2 lakh for total tenure of the project and overhead as per norms. So it's around total cost of the project for 3 years is around 39 lakh plus overhead charges. Now, what is the selection process? So let me tell you, this is rigorous process of selection, and there are 3 levels of screening. First, obviously, is the preliminary screening based on the eligibility criteria, whether you are eligible or not. Like you are in the age, and now we have increased the age range because every one of you, I think, will come under that age range, 27 years to 60 years. So we support all women scientists within this range. And career break, obviously, career break earlier it was mandatory to have 2 years career break because the mandate was 2 years you should not work anywhere. So in WASB, it was like that. But now in Vice Scope, based on the experience, because now most of the women scientists, they would like to prefer to work at any place nearby. Maybe they join some university or some academic institution. They want to join some project. So they do something. So now we are targeting unemployed women scientists who may have temporary assignment but not regular position. And the level 2 and level 3 screening includes the applicant's credential, identified societal challenges, what type of challenges you have identified, scientific methodology proposed, expected beneficiary on the ground by the outcome of the project, and then finally project presentation before the committee. So what is the difference between Vice Scope and other postdoctoral schemes? I would say that this is also a postdoctoral fellowship program. Many of you gave your doubts over the time that whether it is considered as a postdoctoral scheme or not, whether the experience counted or not. So this experience counts. You can always represent if any institution is saying that has a doubt on it. There is no doubt that this is a similar postdoctoral experience with the mandate of intervention of SNT for the society. Just project proposals are different. Otherwise, it is a kind of postdoctoral scheme. It invites SNT technology-based proposal to solve various societal problems. It encourages the grassroots level innovation and technology development for the society. It gives the support for field work towards dissemination of knowledge, awareness program, or any other relevant for the community. Interdisciplinary approach. It encourages the engagement with the community, with the stakeholders. An outcome could be in form of paper publication, patents, number or type of population getting benefited, regular employment, also a kind of outcome from the project. Many of you who have been implementing WASB project, now they gain the position, regular position in various institutions. Product development, app development, device development, it may be the outcome under the scheme. PI with excellent outcome from the project may become entrepreneur. Nowadays, everybody is talking about this. So self-employment, right? We don't have job. If we don't have job, why not to create the job? So if you have excellent outcome from the project, you can become an entrepreneur with the outcome of the scheme. So I'll tell you more on this. Since I talked about entrepreneurship, I have listed few incubation centers also here to just let you know that there are institutions and centers who support to become entrepreneur. Obviously, YScope will not support further after the project, but with the outcome, you can approach some of the centers that these I have done. So there are various incubation centers for grassroots level innovators and entrepreneurs. These centers are specially designed to support startups and entrepreneurs who are working on solutions that address local, societal, and environmental challenges. Often offer rural underserved areas. Often in rural and underserved areas. These incubators not only provide the traditional support of mentorship, funding, and networking, but also tailored programs that address the unique challenges faced by grassroots researchers. So you can collaborate with them. Now we talked about incubation centers. Now we have grassroots level innovation institutions in India. BAIF Pune is also one of the innovations institution working on grassroots level innovation. So BAIF Pune, NIF Gujarat, GIAN, Srishti, Seva, RUTAC, Vigyan Ashram, MS Swaminathan Research Foundation. You can collaborate with them also. Now, after listening all this, if you are interested to apply for the fellowship program, how to apply and where to apply. So this is the portal where you can go online dst.gov.in. You can register as a new PI. While clicking on the registration, you may see such kind of I don't know is it visible or not. So you may require to fill up these details. After getting registered, you will have such dashboard, and there you select the submit proposal, and then you select the scheme, and then start filling the application. So in application, when you start filling the application, first it will require the personal details like what is your date of birth, what is your address, etc. The general profile. And while filling all these details, there is column of highest qualification. Obviously, now it is PhD only, it's PhD or equivalent, so you will have to submit your evidence also. If you have not received the regular degree, final degree of the PhD, you can submit the provisional degree as well. And last 3 years employment details, what were you working, temporary assignment, whatever you are working. And if you have any ongoing projects, you will require to submit those details as well. Now, when you come to fill the project details, there will be requirement of filling the specific challenges. So, specific challenges of the society being addressed with the project. So, the matter written under the specific challenges of the society being addressed with the project should convince. Always remember when you are filling these project details, what to write. Unnecessary writing will not help you. So when you are filling the detail under this section, you should think that specific challenges of the society being addressed in your proposal should convince the evaluators of the importance of the project and the necessity of addressing the specific societal challenge. So what is the societal challenge which you are addressing and why it needs to be addressed? So that has to be filled up here. The review of the proposed work is critical step in development and approval process, providing valuable feedback to the proposer and helping to ensure that only high quality, viable and impactful projects move forward. It requires deep understanding of the field, critical thinking and an ability to objectively assess the merits and limitations of a proposal. It includes the literature survey. So you should do the rigorous literature survey on the domain, on the area which you are proposing in the proposal. When you're writing about expected deliverables, be specific what will be delivered, when will be delivered, and in what format will be delivered. So this clarity helps in setting realistic expectations and provides a basic to measuring the project success upon completion. Now, next, writing about the societal aspect of the proposed work would require a clear articulation of how the project will impact society positively. This section is crucial for demonstrating the broader value of your research beyond the academic or scientific community. It should include societal relevance, direct or indirect impact, engagement and participation. Ethical consideration, if you see that there is requirement mostly in medical field, there is ethical committee, you need to take some ethical approval. So that should be reflected here also. Dissemination and communication, sustainability and long-term vision. So these parts of the proposal should be mentioned here in this section. Now there are four categories have been listed here for the proposal. So relevant category need to be clicked and give small justification of how why you are thinking that this comes under this your proposal comes under this category. So it is like technology development or your technology you are going to develop that technology and then apply for the field, or you have the technology you are just going for the application, or you are going to customize some technology and so on. So there are four categories you have to list under which category your proposal comes and along with the plan. Now, last you'll have to also mention about the scaling up the possibility of your plan. So, whatever outcome you're expecting from the project, whether it has the scale up ability, possibility, you have to mention here. So, that is also you have to think before you are planning or writing the proposal. Now, here you have to give the year-wise work plan. And first, I forgot to mention when you are writing objective, 3 years project should have 3 objectives. Many of the times, people write 10 objectives, 15 objectives, so that is very difficult to understand at the level of experts. As all, I think you also get forget that which objective I have achieved or not. So there should be minimum number for objective, overall objective, but you may have list of activities under that objective. So you just think before writing objective for the proposal. Post institution detail, mentor publication detail, and mentor publication detail should reflect some those papers which have some social values also. So mentor should be selected carefully, and we would prefer, I'm saying prefer, mentors should have more period, more than 3-4 years period remain in the institution as a mentor. Because you join and then he's going to retire or she is going to retire and then your project implementation gets impacted. So you prefer, but anyways, if proposal demands, then you can't do anything. But prefer those who have more time in institution. These are list of the documents which are required to upload with the application. So it is there in instruction. Lists are available. You go to the website. All instructions and guidelines are there. You read carefully and uh, before trying to fill application, get these documents ready to upload. So just a recap. So with this presentation, you should see your proposal should have clear and achievable objectives, social relevance and impact, interdisciplinary approach, engagement with stakeholders, engagement with the community whom you are going to impact with your project, scope of sustainability and scalability, consideration of feasibility and risk management, implementation, dissemination plan should also be there in the 3 years tenure of the project, ethics consideration and detailed justification of your budget, what you are proposing. Now, YScope is aligned with the national missions. One of the most important national mission is Make in India and Self-Reliant India. And our most of the population lives in rural areas, and our economy also depends on rural and agriculture sector. So, if we try and to do such things and societal projects, I think we will improve the lifestyle along of local people also. We may generate employment with the outcome of the project also later on. And with this, scope is over. So there are other programs in our division. If you are interested, or your colleagues or your other women scientists whom you know wish to apply for PhD, so there is Vice PhD program for PhD if they wish to have PhD degree. Vice PDF program, it's basically focused on the lab research, so basic and applied sciences. Whilst IPR, it's a training program for IPR in the area of IPR for women scientists. So please visit these websites given here for more details in these programs. And thank you very much for joining us